Today, girls and gents, we're speaking approximately the Fed due to the fact there is lots that they're hiding from you on how they truly perform, how the fee of the greenback approach, honestly not anything. And why they don't want you going into cryptocurrency, because they recognize it really is going to be the quit of the Federal Reserve. But there's plenty of actually critical information regarding the economic cycle which we're going to make certain to drive such an insane, fantastic quantitative extent to the whole crypto market. But XRP especially has quite a piece more to advantage than pretty a lot another crypto in the marketplace that is within the top 100 right now. And in present day video, you are going to understand precisely why this is. But I want you men to smash that like button to make sure each person sees this and allows get into it. And so we're going to start this with a very nicely stored secret, okay? This is a chart that shows you the cost of the dollar ever due to the fact that in 1913. Now, if you're thinking why I'm displaying you this nicely, the dollar was really worth $1 in 1913, and that very same dollar is now really worth 5 cents in 2013. If you wrap it ahead to nowadays, it is now looking like it is really worth more like 3 cents. We quite actually have the dollar losing around half of its cost each 10 to 20 years, relying on how plenty money printing goes on from the Federal Reserve. But there were some simply insane instances in history where you can see proper here in 1913, the Federal Reserve become created and the dollar changed into well worth one greenback proper. But in 1923, just about 10 years later, that very equal greenback became really worth half of what it became formerly. Then, of direction, in 1933, the FDR had a government order making it illegal to maintain a gold coin, a bullion, or certificate. And then ever seeing that, then it's been nothing, however, down a hill for the USA dollar. The amount of greenback printing or quantitative easing that has took place through the years has most effective been in the first-rate interest of one particular entity, and that is the United States government. Because what they do with all of this excess money is buy bonds and many different matters that truly assist them on an international scale, outpace different governments when it comes to gross home product and just fashionable petroleum reserves and the entirety else. And of direction, due to the fact the United States is the centralized banking institution of the sector for everybody, that they're the usage of the identical currency that is backed by means of America greenback, they manipulate every unmarried different marketplaces properly. And so this, for me, is the single best argument that the Federal Reserve primary isn't your friend. However, additionally, furthermore, the Federal Reserve isn't always serving the human beings anymore. And in order that honestly begs the question, what will we do rather proper? Many humans think Bitcoin is a superb alternative, and I agree. I think Bitcoin is a notable strategic reserve asset. It's a remarkable saver fee. I accept as true with it's basically like digital gold, but I assume XRP is always better due to the capability. You see, XRP can behave as the United States dollar, can in each unmarried ability, after which some. And so you factor that in, the fact that, well, it is not hyperinflationary and getting devalued every 10 years, as you're seeing right here. I suppose it is quite an awful lot no-brainer for all and sundry worried. In reality, I assume it'd be silly no longer to. And due to the current news from the Federal Reserve, we do have a bit of excitement inside the XRP community. Many community participants now are speaking about the golden cross situation, which it's miles looking like we're approximately to come across. Now, if you do zoom out on the XRP charts, you move lower back to 2021. And a path, you observe the golden cross, you hint along the bottoms and also you hint along the tops. It does indeed appear like we're placed for another massive cut up very soon. And every person has a barely extraordinary target, and you understand charge wherein they assume that this is going to go. You recognize a few truly insane lunatics suppose that XRP goes to be hitting $246 in 2025. I'm no longer one of those human beings, an extra of a realist. I do assume that XRP may be toward $10 in line with coin, however, nonetheless, that must be interesting for you guys. Quarter of 2025 is whilst the magic is going to start going on, and sure, you can thank the Fed for that, due to the fact they're, of course, eroding the shopping power of the United States dollar, and they are making human beings are looking for alternatives. And so that may be a fantastic issue for us because we are the opportunity. We are the ones that the bank can use. We have the functionality that each one the banks need. We can replace SWIFT. We're a fee processing platform, we're a blockchain with decentralized packages, we're a currency, and we are essentially a inventory all-in-one, except for we are not a security, screw you SEC. So yeah, I suggest that is quite sweet. And then if you element all of that, and then you definitely also make contributions and you talk about the reality that it's also, of course, a yield farming techniques, yield farming strategies wherein you've got swimming pools and you could make an insane amount of cash. I assume it is an absolute no-brainer. Now, once again, I want to point out that we're surely overbought proper now. XRP is overbought at this unique factor in time. So are we simply going to shoot directly up to the moon? No, have a look at the stochastic RSI, guys. We're nevertheless in the overbought quarter. So it's miles surely true inside the short term to brief XRP. And then once we get that correction and we're at the bottom, we can open up the long positions again and get geared up for a few genuinely superb rate momentum. It's very in all likelihood that we're going to start breaking out of this pattern of low lows and low highs. And as soon as we begin doing that, XRP is going to go to 65, 66, 68 cents and beyond. our current high changed into 64 cents, and I'm looking ahead to breaking through at that precise charge factor due to the fact as soon as we do that, it's going to be off to the moon. But here's the component, guys. If you need a quick term play proper now, it is an outstanding time to open up a brief on XRP and stay tuned, men, and ensure which you sign up to Matrix using my hyperlink due to the fact if you do this properly, you get a part of this brilliant buying and selling opposition. This is still ongoing. So sign up down underneath, open that short, and guys, don't accept as true with that Federal Reserve. And here's the point that I actually need to power home due to the fact, I suppose, proper now a variety of humans have. Terrible expectancies or expectancies that aren't realistic. A lot of people are announcing, the Fed decreased 50 basis factors. It is time for absolutely the moonshot takeoff. But here, I'm issuing you guys to do a little bit of homework. Look at what has traditionally came about every single time that the Fed lowers fees for the primary time. And we nevertheless have a totally high interest rate. The markets, they react a little bit. There's a little bit of bullish sentiment at the day, however it takes. You know, more than one price declines in order for the real rate action to commence, guys. It's no longer going to be overnight. As much as I recognize we all wish it is going to be to the moon or right away, that's not the way it takes place, right? It's simply no longer the case. And so what I want you men to do is to be an effective person and now not to just open up longs based totally off of no technical records. Look at the records, right? Look at what has formally occurred. I've proven it to you guys in videos. Some of you men still don't consider me. However, it does not take place while you count on it is going to happen. It always occurs while you don't. It always happens when you've given up because you've been expecting goodbye. You've been paying attention to humans that haven't any concept what they may be speaking about for see you later, that you surrender desire. And then it truly is whilst the markets take off, right? Because I'll assist you to guys in 90% of humans on this space, they don't know what they're speaking approximately. Once you discover someone that does hold directly to them for pricey life, because they're going to take you to this point. And the people that taught me properly in lifestyles, they taught me something without a doubt exceptional. I'm going to show you men my messy computer. But that is from The Intelligent Investor. It's a splendid ebook. Okay? And primary, in case you speculate, you may maximum possibly lose your cash. Number you want to purchase whilst maximum human beings, which include professionals, are pessimistic and sell while they're actively constructive. And wide variety 3 is investigate, then make investments. Those 3 quotes are going to alternate your life. I promise you, men, especially check out then make investments, the very last one. You got to study ancient fee styles. You do not need to take a position. You want to grab a tough facts and use it. You know, we've had funding markets open for a very long term. And that is a blessing. It's not just like the inventory marketplace just unfolded the day before today. It's now not like crypto has been around for 20 days or something.
Right.
When you have got sufficient no idea what to anticipate. Bitcoin in its early days when it became trading for less than a greenback. No, that's now not where we're today. We are in a market that has a ton of records. So investigate, do your studies. I'll do my quality to reveal you men all of that on all of my motion pictures, but the Federal Reserve has been around for a while. I've shown you their records.